Hey y'all, so today I'm going to be unboxing the August Owlcrate box, which is mystery themed. And like I said last month, the August box is kind of a last chance for the Owlcrate subscription box because I think it's a really great subscription box, but not necessarily for me. So depending on how much I enjoy this box, I may or may not continue to get Owlcrate in the future. So let's go ahead and see what is inside. As always, the first thing in here is the card saying what is inside the box, but I won't look at this quite yet because I want the things inside here to be a mystery. So true to the theme of mystery, there is a small box inside here that's taped up without any labels. So let's just see what's inside here. Okay, y'all, so the thing inside this box is super cool. It is a keychain that says Nancy Drew and the Secret of the Old Clock, copyright 1930, and I just really like this. I have not read any Nancy Drew books. However, I did used to play the Nancy Drew computer games. I've played at least 10 of them. I really enjoy them. And so I really like this. I always really like these like pendants with like the bubble glass and the words underneath it. So I just think this is a super cool keychain. I did buy a Harry Potter keychain at Harry Potter World when I was there in June. So this won't turn into my main keychain, but I will definitely figure out a use for this because I think it's super cool. And the Nancy Drew pendant was made by the Book Boutique as well as Forever Always Designs, and apparently there are two different styles of it, so I'm really curious to see what the other one is. So the next thing in here is a Sherlock Holmes themed pocket notebook. And the coolest thing about this for me is that over on the side it has like the case and the suspects and stuff like that, so it has kind of the theme running throughout the notebook as well. Also, there is a list that is the rules of deduction in the back of it, which I think is super cool. Now, in my first Owlcrate box, which was the May box, I did get a little notebook similar to this in the box, and I was kind of ambivalent about it, but I do really enjoy this one because unlike that one, this one has a theme that really runs throughout the entire notebook. There's a quote on the back. There's cool stuff on the inside. I think this is a pretty handy and really cool little notebook. And this notebook is made by the Unemployed Philosophers Guild. So the next thing in the box are these little Sherlock Holmes nail decals, and you'll see on the back that some of them are from Sherlock Holmes, some of them are of his hat, and there's also 221B, which is where Sherlock Holmes lives on Baker Street. And while I obviously don't have much use for these are a fairly interesting addition to the box. And I do really wish that these items were like Sherlock the TV show references rather than just references to the novels, but it makes sense because Sherlock is a TV show and not a book series, but still. Feel like Sherlock TV show would have been a great reference here. So the last thing in the box besides the book and its related items is an art print about Harriet the Spy, which is made by Shaylee Ann Designs on Etsy. And the quote on here is, "Sometimes you have to lie, but to yourself you must always tell the truth." And I do think that that is a pretty cool quote on here. However, I have actually never seen Harriet the Spy, so I don't have much of a point of reference for this. And finally, the last thing in the box is the book and its related items, and that book is Trouble is a Friend of Mine by Stephanie Tromley. So I actually know nothing about Trouble is a Friend of Mine, but this is what the card says. Veronica Mars meets the Breakfast Club in this fast-paced and hilarious debut from Stephanie Tromley. Trouble is a Friend of Mine is an upbeat mystery with quirky and heartwarming characters that you won't soon forget. Also, the back of the book says, "With the wit of Sherlock, the smarts of Veronica Mars, and the humor of Ferris Bueller's Day Off, this is a debut novel you won't want to miss." Also, the bookmark that came along with the book says that this is Veronica Mars meets The Breakfast Club. So basically the reference points here are Ferris Bueller's Day Off, The Breakfast Club, Sherlock, and Veronica Mars. And while I have never seen Veronica Mars, I have heard a lot of really great things about it. I know a lot of people who really love the show, and it's one that I've been meaning to watch for a while. However, I do really love The Breakfast Club, Ferris Bueller's Day Off, and Sherlock. So I am really excited to see what this book has in store for me. And I think I'm just gonna go into it without looking up like ratings or anything, so I don't have any sort of bias going into it. And along with the bookmark, this pen also came with the book. So just as a recap, my August Owlcrate box had this Nancy Drew inspired keychain, this Sherlock Holmes mini notebook, the Sherlock Holmes nail decals, the Harriet the Spy art print, and Trouble is a Friend of Mine by Stephanie Tomley and the bookmark and pen that came with it. So I have to give Owlcrate credit. This is probably the best box that I have received so far. I really love the keychain, and the Sherlock inspired notebook is really cool as well. And I'm really interested to see what the book has in store for me. The art print is cool, but since I'm not a Harriet the Spy fan, this isn't really anything that important for me, and I really don't care at all about these nail decals because I don't use nail decals. I never have. If I did, I wouldn't use Sherlock inspired ones. I don't know, these are kind of a throwaway for me. So about my long-term Owlcrate plans. I don't think I'm going to just outright cancel my subscription. However, I do think that I'm probably going to skip most months unless it is especially interesting to me. I do think that it is a cool subscription box. I just don't think it's right for me unless I really, really enjoy the theme of the box. So that is it for my August Owlcrate unboxing. Let me know down in the comments if you got this month's Owlcrate box and what you thought of it, and if you got anything that was different from what I got. As always, I will leave links down in the description to my blog, Twitter, and Goodreads. Please add me as a friend on Goodreads. I would love to be friends with all of you. Like, comment, subscribe, all that jazz. Thank you so much for watching. Bye!